Welcome to Chat with Pat. I'm your host, Patricia Peters. We'll dive into fascinating topics, share inspiring stories. We're going to share our thoughts and explore new ideas. Me and you. Get ready for 30 minutes of fun, learning, and connection. Who's ready to chat? And we are live. A very, very good morning, good afternoon. Let's see here. I'll be right with you guys. I know I'm going live on 2 platforms. 3, 2, 1. We are live on Facebook and on TikTok at the same time. A very good morning, good evening, good afternoon to everyone, wherever you are in the world. My name is Patricia Peters, and I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, a sister, a neighbor, a friend. And on top of all of that, I am a digital entrepreneur. So, guys, for those of you who know me, I was born in Guyana, and I was born in Guyana, and my nickname is Cheryl. Everyone knows me as Cheryl. That's my house name. That's my nickname. That is what I've been called. So I was born in Guyana in a little tiny village called Wim. And all of you Wim folks watching me, a big shout out to all my Wim folks. I love you all very much. And I came to the US 26 years ago. The 6th of this month will be 29 years since my parents came to this country. And the first yesterday was my brother's Elvis 29th wedding anniversary. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm an only daughter. I have 5 brothers. I had 5 brothers. One of my brothers passed away when he was 3 years old. I never met him, but I have 3 brothers than me. So if you're Indian, you know I am a Tetar Beti, right? I am the lucky child. But I don't know much about that culture. But my mom came from a very strong Hindu family, and their last name is Singh. My mom's last name is Singh. Married to my dad, she became a Peters, but she told me that I'm a lucky child because I have 3 brothers. She had 3 sons, and then she had me, and then I have 2 younger brothers. So big shout out to my 4 brothers that I have: Clifford Michael Peters, aka Rudolph or Rudy, Vincent Peters, aka Raymond, Elvis Peters, aka Devon, and Francis Anthony Peters, aka Morris. So those are my brothers. I have 2 of them here in upstate with me and 2 of them in Queens. I have 4 wonderful sister-in-laws: Indira, Cindy, Angela, and Natasha. I have 3 and 2, 5. I have 6 nephews. I have 6 nephews, and I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 nieces. Yes, we're a big family. So, and my husband is Michael. So much said about me. I was a teacher, English and typewriting teacher. Then I came to the United States. I was a nanny for 5 years. Then I became a banker. I started as a teller, and then I became a trainer, a personal banker for Citizens Bank, and then I became a relationship banker. COVID came. I changed my job description. I worked at Spectrum for 3 months. Then I work at the airport too, guys. I was a sales clerk at the airport, at the Paradise store in Albany Airport. So I did that part-time while I was waiting for my approval for Citizens Bank. So once I got my full-time job at the Citizens Bank, I quit the Paradise. But I love working at the airport. In the morning, you see all the people, the adrenaline, the airport, the planes. Beautiful. Love it. And I met some wonderful people there. And then I became a relationship banker at Citizens. COVID came, and then I moved to Plug Power, started as a production technician. Then I became a trainer. Then I became a lead trainer. And then I closed up with becoming a CI coordinator, right? So I've worn many hats in life, but the most important hat of all is I am a wife, I'm a sister, a daughter, and a mom. And that's what matters most to me. And for some of you, I might be a colleague. Some of you, I might be your friend. Some of you, I might just be an acquaintance. But through all the relationships I have in my life, they're all beautiful. Whoever you are, if you ever encounter me in your life, or if you ever meet me or have a conversation with me in your life, I am blessed and I am honored to have all of you in my life. Um, what's said about me? How about you guys? What is your story? So now I am a digital entrepreneur. And today was a very productive day. I woke up early this morning, 6 a.m. I pick up my sister-in-law, went to Albany, have an appointment. I took care of that appointment and I came back. I took her to Kohl's. She never went to Kohl's. She had a ball in Kohl's. I end up spending over $500 in Kohl's. It's crazy. I haven't gone to Kohl's in a long time. And she was so happy. The joy in her face that she's in Kohl's because she heard about Kohl's and when my older sister-in-law came from Canada, she went to Kohl's. So for those of you New Yorkers, you don't know what the store Kohl's. We have Kohl's over here. And I know a lot of stores have been closing up, but ours is still here. And I went to the farmers market. Man, they have some really, really fresh, nice vegetables there. So if you happen to be on Central Ave, right in the Coles Plaza, there is an Indian farmers market, have the most amazing fruits and vegetables. I bought guavas and sugar apples, and I bought plums and kiwis and watermelon and mangoes. The mangoes are like, each mango has like 3 pounds. They're so huge. And the funny thing is, I just ate a mango. It was deliciously, amazingly sweet. So I couldn't resist. I never ate a whole mango yet. I always like take a slice and Mike will eat the rest, or he will cut it up and leave some pieces for me. But I said, "You want a piece of mango?" He's like, "No, I'm full." I was like, "Okay, I'm gonna eat this whole thing," and I did. I did eat the whole mangoes. So fruits are good for you. It doesn't matter what time of the night, right? But what said about me? How are you guys doing today? Oh, and I came home and I had to fill out some forms online to do some paperwork, and I did that. My daughter came over. She had a doctor's appointment as well. She isn't feeling too well. She's a little bit under the weather. I hope my child feels better. In the name of Jesus, I claim healing, Lord. And um, I cooked. I made pachoni today, beef liver and heart pachoni, and I made snapper curry. Yes, so I made it, but I bought big fat Corellas, and I bought stuff to make kalonji tomorrow. And it's a secret. I'm making it for my husband. He loves it, and I'll give my parents some too. So I bought like 4 huge Corellas, and I'm planning. I bought ground chicken, so I think I'm gonna make that chicken so delicious and stuff it in there and fry it. So that's for tomorrow. But it was a beautiful day. I fall asleep from like 3:30, and I woke up like an hour ago. I am well rested. So now I'm like a night hawk, a night owl. I'm up. So what is the best thing to do? I promise my audience that on Chat with Pat, I will use it to the best of my ability. So yesterday I did 10 questions for those who are planning to do the DMV driving test. And tonight, I am doing 20 questions for citizenship. So those who are planning to do their citizenship, I will read some of the questions that I think that might be coming, and I'll give you the answers to them as well. So this is my way of giving back to the community. Hi, everyone on TikTok. Hi. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for hopping in. You guys are not sleeping. You guys are night owls as well, I see. Yes. And I'm live on StreamYard on Facebook too. So I'm live on 2 spots. And that's amazing. Yep. So the first question, here goes the first question. What are my basic rights as a citizen? So these questions are, Here are 20 thought-provoking citizen questions along with their answers, covering a range of societal, political, and everyday concerns. This is my way of giving back to the community. So if you're planning on becoming a citizen and you want to take the test, I'm helping you out because some of us have different ways and means how to learn. Some of us, we listen, some of us see, some of us hear. So here, you're hearing me, right? And when you hear things, it resonates with you sometimes. So here we go. So what are the basic rights as a citizen? Every citizen has the fundamental right, including freedom of speech, religion, assembly, and the right to vote. Your basic right is to vote. Among others, these rights vary depending on the country, but are often outlined in the nation's constitution. Your next question is, how can I be more active in my community? Volunteer, attend town hall meetings, support local businesses, and engage in civic discussions. Being active means making difference where you live. The next question is, what can I do if I believe my rights are being violated? Seek legal counsel, report the issue to local authorities or advocacy group, and raise awareness through appropriate channels. How do I register to vote? The process depends on your country. Typically, I know what I did. I should be specific. I should be very specific. Hold on. There we go. Huh? All right. Thanks for those who are watching on Facebook and here. All right. So I'm going to refresh this. Here are 20 important questions about becoming a U.S. citizen, along with the answers. First question, it's about eligibility and requirements. Number one, what are the basic requirements to apply for a U.S. citizen? Anybody know that answer? TikTokers? What are the basic requirements to apply for U.S. citizenship? Facebookers, do you know that answer? You must be at least 18 years old, have been a permanent resident green card holder for a specific period, and meet other requirements like good moral character. Only then you can become a citizen. And when it says a period of time, it means 4.5 years amounting to 5 years. The next question is, how long must I be a permanent resident before applying for naturalization? Well, here's your answer for that. Generally 5 years or 3 years if married to a U.S. citizen. So if you're married to a U.S. citizen, you can apply for citizenship in 3 years. I didn't know that. Or you can apply after 5 years if your parents sponsor you. Do I need to pass an English test to become a U.S. citizen? Yes, unless you qualify for an exemption based on age and residency. What is a civics test and what does it cover? What is a civics test and what does it cover? Anybody knows it? Come on, guys. You're all citizens. Hello? Hello? Live on Facebook. Do you guys know this answer? Let me get your comments. I know some of you are sleeping. You guys are sleeping already. So it covers U.S. history, government, and civic responsibilities. You must answer 6 out of 10 questions correctly. That's easy peasy. They give you 100 questions. You got to answer 6 correctly from 10. Can I apply for citizenship if I have a criminal record? Ha! It depends on the crime. Some offenses may disqualify you, while others may require legal review. So there's your answer. Can I apply for citizenship if I have a criminal record? It depends on the crime. Some offenses may disqualify you, while others may require legal review. What are the residency requirements for naturalization? You must have continuous residence and physical presence in the US for a required period. So you can want to be a citizen and come to this country, obtain a green card, and live here for 3 weeks and go back to your country and expect to be a citizen here. Not going to work. Do I need to be physically present in the US for a certain period before applying? Yes. You must have spent at least half of your required residency period in the United States. So required time, 5 years. You can spend 2.5 years here and you still become a citizen. Yeah. Our 8th question is, can I apply for citizenship if I am married to a US citizen? Yes, after 3 years of permanent residency, you can meet all the requirements. So what happens if I fail in a naturalization test? I know a lot of people went and they fail. You get one more chance. To retake the failed portion within 90 days. Oh, so if you fail one question, you get one more chance to answer that one question. That's good, right? That's okay. You get one more chance to retake the failed portion within 90 days, so 3 months after. Are there exceptions to the English and civics test requirements? Yes, based on age, residency duration, or medical condition. So they are exceptions to the English and civics test requirements. So that's all about the eligibility and requirements. Now, let's go to the application and process. How do I apply for a US citizenship? And this is very important. A lot of people don't know how to apply. So you have to submit form N400, pay the fee, and attend an interview. How do I apply for citizenship? You have to submit form N400, pay the fee, and attend an interview. What documents do I need to submit with my application? Green card, identification, travel records, tax documents, and any required supporting materials, like your bank statement and all that stuff. So those are the documents required to apply for your citizenship. Your green card, your identification card, so that may be your old passport, your Guyanese passport, or your country's passport, or your driver's license, travel records, all the places you went to, that's your passport, your tax documents, and any required supporting materials. I hope this is being helpful. Excuse me. How much does it cost to apply for naturalization? The fee is $640 plus $85 for biometrics as of recent updates. So this is the most recent one. $600, $640, and $85. How long does the naturalization process take? Typically 6 months to a year, depending on processing time. It's dry in here. I have all these lights going on. So it takes up to 6 months or a year, right? To to do that. What happened during the naturalization interview? Hmm. You answer questions about your application, take the English and civics tests, and confirm eligibility. Can I travel outside the US while my citizenship application is pending? Yes, but extended travel may affect your eligibility. So be careful about that, guys. Be careful. What is the oath of allegiance and why is it important? It is the final step where you pledge loyalty to the US and officially become a citizen. Can I change my name during the naturalization process? Yes, you can request a name change when applying. What rights do I gain as a US citizen? Voting, obtaining a US passport, sponsoring family for immigration, and protection from deportation. Those are your rights. Know your rights, guys. So don't let anyone approach you and said XYZ to you. So, what rights do I gain as a US citizen? When you become a citizen, these are the things that are important that you need to know: voting, obtaining a US passport, sponsoring family for immigration, and protection from deportation. So, you know what I'm talking about, right? What responsibilities do I have as a US citizen? This is my 20th question. Obey laws, serve on jury, if called, pay taxes, and participate in democracy, right? So I give you 20 questions there just now, and I'm giving you another 20 questions because I want to make this a done deal. So, US citizenship process and requirements, right? What is the difference between a green card and US citizenship? A green card grants permanent residency, while citizenship provides full rights, including voting and holding a US passport. Can I apply for US citizen if I was born outside the US? Yes, if you meet the naturalization requirements, including residency and good moral character. What is the USCIS? The United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. That is the USCIS. Is the agency that oversees immigration and naturalization. What is the purpose of the N400 form? It is the application for naturalization required to apply for US citizenship. Can I apply for citizenship if I have unpaid taxes? Very important question. You must show that you are actively resolving any tax issues before applying. So if you have a debacle with IRS, clarify that first, rectify it before you apply. You don't want to have a havoc during your process. What happens if my citizenship application is denied? Mm. You may appeal the decision or reapply after addressing the reasons for denial. Can I apply for US citizenship if I have dual nationality? Yes, the US allows dual citizenship, but some countries may require you to renounce your original nationality. So, does this mean that I am still a citizen of Guyana, even though I am a citizen over here? Huh? Huh? Oh, that makes me feel good. I still have my Guyanese passport. So it says, can I apply for US citizenship if I have dual nationality? Yes, the US allows dual citizenship, but some countries may require you to renounce your original nationality. So it depends on the country you came from, if they still want you to be their nationalized person. What is the biometric screening process? The biometric screening process includes fingerprinting, background checks, and identity verification as part of the application. So that is your biometrics. I remember when I went for my biometrics. If you see my finger here, guys, you see these two fingers, these two, it has one cut across. When I was a kid, I wanted to go to the bathroom so bad. I ran from school all the way to the bathroom back home. From Auckland school, I ran all the way home because I want to go to the bathroom. And we had a zinc outhouse toilet. And I rushed in, ripped the door apart, jump on there, do my business. And I didn't even know that I cut two fingers at the same time. Can you see the mark, guys? This finger has a mark across like this. So when I went for my biometrics, the woman said, "Oh, you cannot commit any crime. We're going to find you real fast." And until I finished my business, then I realized, oh my God, my finger is bleeding. I was a kid. Yeah, so the mark is still left here, guys. There are certain things in life that doesn't go away. I have one of my eldest brother. You see a mark here? My eldest brother asked me for some curry, and I hid the curry away because I wanted to save it for everybody to have lunch when I was a kid. And I hid the curry, and I said, "There's no curry." And he took we had a small knife. He took the knife and stick it on me, stick it in my hand. And that's how rough I was growing up. I grew up with boys, so I was tough. Yeah. So the knife mark is still here. One of my brothers still have a scissors mark on his tummy because he pulled my hair and went under the sofa to hide. And he pulled it so hard, my head was hurting. And I had a scissors in my hand, and I clip, and clip his tummy. I was a kid. I didn't know better. He wiggled out there so fast because when the scissors clip you, it hurts real bad. So he still has that mark. So we had a lot of fun memories growing up. I don't know if they remember, but I remember. Yes. So let me give a big shout out to Naimon, Janet, Mary Williams, Yolanda. Hi, everybody. Hi, Jesus is Lord. I love that. Hi, Jamila, Abdul. Hi, Sherry. Hi, everybody. How are you guys doing? So tonight I give 20 questions already. I'm on my second 20 questions for people who are interested in become citizens so they can learn how to answer the questions, All right. Where am I? What is the biometrics? I told you guys what is the biometrics. What is the difference between naturalization and citizenship by birth? That's a good question, right? Naturalization is the process of becoming a citizen after birth, while citizenship is birth applies. Citizenship by birth applies to those who were born in the U.S. or to U.S. citizen parents. So I know when my brother got his citizenship, his kids were younger. So all three kids became citizens under him. But now I heard the president want to change that. Can I lose my U.S. citizenship after naturalization? Yes. In rare cases, such as fraudulent application, treason, or voluntary renouncing citizenship. Who wants to renounce their citizenship? Oh, that's insane. I know people who live here for years, 30, 40 years, and they said they never want to become a citizen. And I was like, okay, all right. So here are some civics and government questions now. What are the three branches of the U.S. government? Anybody knows? Put it in the chat. Anybody knows? Does anybody know? What are the three branches of the U.S. government? Hi, everyone. Does anybody know? Can you put it in the chat? What are the three branches of the U.S. government? Come on. Come on. I know you guys can do it. So the three branches of the U.S. government are executive, which is the president, legislative, which is Congress, and judicial, which are the courts. So you have executive, legislative, and judicial. President, Congress, and courts. So who is the commander-in-chief of the U.S. military? Anybody know that? Going once, going twice? The president of the United States is the commander-in-chief. So what are the first 10 amendments to the Constitution called? What are the first 10 amendments to the Constitution called? Does anybody know? The 10 amendments are called the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights. How many U.S. senators are there? Anybody knows? Huh? Oh, the president. Thank you. Thank you, Debbie Can. Thank you, girl. Oh, that is so cool. Yes. I got a participant and she did it. I'm so proud of you, girl. The president, right? Her answer was right. So how many U.S. senators are there, guys? Does anybody know? How many U.S. senators? Come on. Come on. Give me the answer. Mark Brown? How many? Pretty? Eileen Sukram? How many senators are there in the U.S.? Huh? Jean Passan? Deb? Debbie Can? How much? How many? Vicky? Paul? Scorpion Life? How many senators are in the U.S.? They are 100 senators, two per state. All right, don't forget that. How many voting members are in the U.S. House of Representatives? We're talking numbers, guys. How many voting members are in the U.S. House of Representatives? Anybody knows? Facebookers, you all sleeping? Fall asleep, old people. Fall asleep already, huh? 435. There are 435 voting members in the House of Representatives. What is the highest court in the United States? Come on. Anybody? What is the highest court? The Supreme Court is the highest court in the United States. What is the purpose of the Declaration of Independence? Does anybody know that? What is the purpose of the Declaration of the Independence? Declaration of Independence. It declares U.S. independence from Great Britain in 1776. I will never, ever forget that date. You know why? I work at the bank, the credit union, and the address is 1776. That's the address. So that was a very, very helpful question to remember. I work at a place that has an answer when I went to do the citizenship. So that was amazing, right? I worked there for 12 years. What are two major political parties in the U.S.? Democratic and Republican. What is the economic system in the United States? What is the economic system in the United States? A capitalist market economy. A capitalist market economy. What is the rule of law? What is the rule of law? The rule of law, it means everyone must follow the law, including the leaders and the government officials. So that is 40 questions. All right. I have some more questions for you. What is the supreme law of the land? What is the supreme law of the land? Anybody knows? The supreme law of the land is the Constitution. What does the Constitution do? The Constitution sets up the government, defines the government, and protects the basic rights. What does the Constitution do? It sets up the government, defines the government, and protects basic rights. What are the first three words of the Constitution? Come on, guys. Anybody knows that? Anybody knows that? The three words of the Constitution are "we the people." How many amendments does the Constitution have? How many amendments? They are 27 amendments. 27 amendments. I'm giving you all the questions with all the answers here for you becoming a citizen or planning to become a citizen in the near future. What are the first 10 amendments called? The Bill of Rights. The first 10 are called the Bill of Rights. They are 27 amendments. The first 10 is called the Bill of Rights. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment? Speech, religion, assembly, press, petition, the government. What is freedom of religion? You can practice any religion or choose not to practice a religion. What is the economic system in the United States? It has a capitalist market. I asked you that one already, right? What is the rule of law? Everyone must follow the law, right? Even the leaders and officials. What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? Checks and balances, separation of power. What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? Checks and balances, separation of government. Who is in charge of the executive branch? You guys answered that already. Who makes federal laws? Who makes federal laws, guys? Anybody knows? The Congress. Congress makes federal laws. And who makes up the Congress? Senate and House of Representatives. How many US senators are there? I gave you that answer already, 100. How many voting members are in the House of Representatives? I give you that already, 435. Who signed bills to become laws? The president. Who veto bills? The president. What are two cabinet level positions? Secretary of State and Secretary of Defense. There are many other more exist as well. What does the judicial branch do? Review laws, resolve disputes, decide if a law goes against the Constitution. What is the highest court in the United States? I give you the answer already, the Supreme Court. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Does anybody know? Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? It was Thomas Jefferson, guys. It was Tommy. Hi, everyone. Hello. Tomorrow, I'll be having, let me finish these questions. That was my final question. So I give you 60 questions. 60 questions. There are 100 questions. I give you 60 of them tonight. So I hope it brings value. It has a lasting impression, and hope you remember them by hearing them, right? So I hope you videotape it. I hope you record this, and so you know all your answers. So tomorrow I'll be giving you another 20 questions about DMV, or I'll be giving you 20 questions for those who are interested in becoming a New York State notary. I have the whole book. I studied the whole book. I have all the questions on that book. So I'm going to give you those questions tomorrow to study, to teach you how to become a New York State notary. All right. So that's a wrap for me tonight. But before I go, I am going to play an ad for my business. Let's see, do I have any? Huh? Video. It's not showing. And that wraps up my night for tonight. I spent 42 minutes on StreamYard, and I don't want to waste out my StreamYard. I pay $480 something for StreamYard to go live. So I use that for my major interviews and stuff like that. So I'm going to end my StreamYard, and I'll stick with you guys. Yes, have a good night. Facebook family, those are my inputs on how to become a citizen. Those are the questions, and I hope it brings some kind of solution and help you to study for your citizen test.